Hello. Hello, folks. Welcome to the session. I'm Swatishri Mahapatra. We also have Isha Panhale here with me, and we'll be the host for this eve. We welcome you once again to the live stream, but this time it will be something different from the previous sessions. We already had such insightful and amazing sessions and workshops by such insightful speakers lined up plentifully throughout the 36-hour hackathon. But this live stream will be a little different. It will be a project showcase ceremony. So, do you guys know what the ceremony is going to be about? I'd highly encourage if you could type in the chat, probably. So, just to give a brief intro, this hour will be all about the projects that our amazing hackers could build during the hackathon. So, shout out to all the brainstorming and ideation meetups, sleepless hours of hacking, and submitting. Before we start with the project presentations, let us briefly go through some of the milestones we achieved in the past 36 hours. So, over to you, Isha, but I think she's facing some issue with her net. So, I'll continue with it. So the statistics of HackNITR 3.0, we had a total of 2,200 registrations, and that's a pretty huge number, right? And 225 teams checked in, and we had a total of 126 submissions. I would like to congratulate all the teams for their participation in this 36 hours long hackathon. Along with this, we conducted 11 workshops from Codamps, Savolabs to the Plumber Koi Network and many more. We also had many fun events, team building sessions and games. You guys must have played it. We almost had it like consecutively for the 3 days, almost every night at 10 in Discord. And the participation was huge. Like, as organizers, we enjoyed it a lot. And I'm sure as hackers, you might have also enjoyed it. And participants and winners got points to rise up in the leaderboard. We have some surprises for the leaderboard rankers also, so stay tuned for that. Moving ahead, let me introduce you to the panel of judges. We welcome Abel Matthew, Google Cloud Innovators Champion, Auto Ambassador, ex-Google DSC lead, and his achievement list goes on. We welcome our second judge for the eve, Sahil Rahman, AWS Community Builder, Judge Mentor at MLH 21-22 Seasons Hackathon, winner of Google's Event Dev Fest, and many, many more amazing achievements. So now we'll have 22 teams which will present their ideas here. Almost every submission that we had was so well, and it was really tough for all the judges to, shortlist the top 22. I mean, it was really a tough competition. But here we are with the final top 22 teams. Just a note that I would like to add here: the sponsored track winners will be announced at a later date and it will be judged by our sponsors. This 22 teams will be the top 3 overall winners, and the top 6 track winners will be decided from these top 22 teams. And the presentation that will follow now will be also be a criteria for the judgment. And before we welcome the first team for the project presentation, let me introduce you to the procedure of pitching that we'll be having today. So we'll limiting our pitching time to 4 minutes. So you have 3 minutes for project presentation strictly, and the last 1 minute will be for question and answers by the judges. We'll have to interrupt you if it exceeds beyond 4 minutes. So I'll highly encourage you all to restrict yourself to the time limit, because we are running short of time, and we also have the closing ceremony and prize distribution lined up just after this. So yeah, so I think we are good to go. Isha, you have to add something?
Yes, we are good to go. All the best, everyone.
Yes, all the best to the project presentation. All the best to the teams, and Just a note, all the teams that had submitted, I mean, the projects were awesome. So we would encourage you to build more on those projects, and probably the next hackathon is for you, if not this one. So, yeah. Come on, guys. I want to see some hashtags and emojis spammed in the chat.
Are you all excited to see the projects upcoming for you? They are really great.
Okay, so we have the first team ready. That's Project Umid. I invite the team to take the stage from here onwards, and they'll have 4 minutes to present their project. Starting from now, I'll be leaving. So, good luck, guys.
Thank you so much. Am I audible? Okay. Let me start the presentation. Uh, is my presentation visible? Uh, Hello, everyone. My name is Anubhav Rai. I am currently a third year undergrad in the Department of Computer Science and Engineering at NIT Agartala. So, the project that we made is Umid. First of all, let me give a brief introduction about it. According to recent data, it has been found that around 3.1 million NGOs in India are currently functional right now, and almost all of them are doing a splendid job, but most of them are working in a disorganized manner, uh, having no online presence in general, and their accessibility to the common people is next to nothing. So Umid aims at bringing all the NGOs of the country together based on their cities, and allowing them to interact with each other, and thus providing the common people a platform to connect to the NGOs and receive help from these organizations. We believe that instead of working separately, it's better to join hands together and work for a common cause. So in our application, first of all, there will be two options to register as an NGO and as an individual. So when an individual registers herself, he will be asked to fill his personal details, his name, email, phone number, age, and city. And also there will be a registration page for NGOs in which new NGOs can add. They have to mention their details, for example, name, email, and their respective cities. And once they are registered, they will get listed on the basis of their cities. And every individual who logs in, he will be able to access. He will be able to find the NGOs near his in his location, and he will be uh, directly able to express his grievances to the NGOs, and these NGOs will respond to their grievances in within a short time. So that's all about the presentation in general. And in future prospects, to our project, it can be said that there can be made options where all the NGOs can interact with each other together, and like this particular notification will uh, will get directly popped into the email IDs of the respective NGOs. So that's all about my presentation. Thank you.
That was such a nice idea. I would like the judges to ask any questions if they have.
Ritesh, can we have the screen still on, the screen share that they had presented? Thank you. Yeah. So, hi team. Wonderful idea. So, one thing that I really liked about your project was the fact that you're trying to appeal to the masses and you have the project name written in Hindi at the cover page. That is something. So, what I want to understand from you is what has been the most challenging aspect for you in the past 36 hours of the hackathon, and how did you overcome it? Like, what was it that challenged you? Like something where you got stuck, and how did you solve it?
Uh, so yeah, like the first difficulty that we faced was like the css libraries that were colliding, because we used a couple of templates, we used a lot of resources from the internet. So like what had happened was, uh, we were as we were making the projects, the css class names used to collide, and for this the whole overall project used to get distorted. At some point of time, we had to resolve the issues by renaming uh, every particular components. And apart from this, we made the authentication system, like we had to implement like the separate authentication system for the ngos as well as the corresponding individuals. So this was a bit challenging for task for us to implement.
Okay, awesome. I personally have been there wherein CSS class names have collided and they caused unnecessary behaviors. But so yeah, I can totally relate to that. Sahil, over to you.
Yeah, indeed, it's a great initiative about like how we can collab with the various NGOs. The only thing that I want to ask that how is it different from other perspective? Like we already have such kind of system built. So how unique your idea is, and what new you are building, and what is something that makes you apart from others?
uh, like as of now, there has not been any project that connects all the ngos together across the country. So we believe that if all of the ngos come together for a common cause, that would be a great
Okay.
thing. Like also, there we believe that if the ngos could personally interact and collaborate with them in order to assist the people in general, I think this particular feature could be a unique, and it has not been implemented in any sort of project as of now.
Okay, that sounds good, and all the best from my end. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
That was such a nice and innovative idea, right?
Yeah, that was really great. And taking initiative towards the social cause is much needed right now.
Yes, of course. So that project was really nice, and I want to see the comments saying about the project. Come on, I'm sure this project was really awesome. So
Would you guys really
we
like
want,
future?
and even the team members, you can share your thought process behind the project and like the future perspectives maybe of the project in the chat, so that we come to know about the project really well.
If anyone wants to say something related,
Yep. So someone is saying it was great. Excited for this. Okay, so just a reminder that I want to put here about the pitching details. We give 3 minutes for the presentation and 1 minute for the question and answer by the judges. So we encourage the teams to limit the presentation to 3 minutes so that the judges have enough time for the questions. And the questions are highly encouraged because that will give the judges a clearer perspective who wins. We have the next team ready. Isha, you can go ahead.
yes. Now here we have project in Hindi. Here we go. Over to you.
Hello,
Yes,
hello. Is my screen visible? Hello, hello.
yes, it's
Okay,
Yes,
so
yes. So
uh, I'm going to present my project D Music. I hope everyone has seen the demo video to have a certain idea. So let me start with the question: why D Music? When there are many alternative platforms like Spotify or Apple iTunes Music, Apple Music, so why D Music? Uh, because there are some problems with the existing streaming platform. That, for example, if for 2 weeks or a week or 2 week, you didn't listen any music or barely listened anything from their platform, still they are asking you to pay the full subscription fees. So that's, I think, from my side, I think it's not fair. To solve that problem, we have I made a thing called D Music. So in D Music, what do we do? We ask you to pay only according to your current listen hours. Means the amount of time you will stream, you will pay for that, not anything more. uh, for how it works. So before you start paying, you can your current listen hour is set to 0, and you start streaming or playing any music, and the current listen hour is getting gets recorded and saved, and you pay according to that. So this was our this is a main function of our streaming platform D Music. Now, this is just not a streaming platform. We have something more. So that function we are using to license our to help artists. So artists may face many problems to license their work. So to facilitate them, we have our personal license system where we give the artist a custom ERC 721 based NFT against their artwork. So how it happens? The artist comes and uploads the data on our website, and then data is transferred to the decentralized storage called IPFS. Then the address of that metadata is retrieved and saved on the ERC 721 NFT smart contract. And then after a transaction approval, the NFT license is minted, and here the artist gets his own NFT license against his artwork. Now, this was the two functions of our music system. So now, what is the future? The future, and how to scale this product. So for that, I have some. I have thought something like for first thing. So for first process could be adding KYC and authentication. KYC, and because now it is open to everyone, and then anyone can come and upload anything and uh, mint a NFT, whether it belongs to it or not. So to solve that problem, we'll add KYC and authentication to identify the actual artist. Then the currently we are using IPFS for storing only metadata of the artist work. But in future, if this future if we think we would also store the music, all the music from in IPFS, to make the app totally decentralized. And but we know IPFS is little bit slow. So how to do that? So we can do by incentivizing IPS nodes with Filecoin, so that we will pay them. So we the node validators, we will incentivize them and pay them some reward for their computational cost. And for third, we can, as we know, buying tokens and using them requires uh, some gas fees and transaction cost. To reduce that, we can deploy the project our project on networks like Matic, where the gas fees and transaction cost are very less.
Hello, sorry to interrupt, but you have exceeded your time, so please wrap up.
Okay, it's over. Then we can develop a good user experience for the viewers, because it's obviously a music streaming app and everyone wants a good user experience, and encourage the users to buy more tokens at a time, so the gas fees is reduced. Thank you. Yeah, I'm done. Hello. Uh, something.
Hello, hi. Sorry, I was on mute. So yeah. So my first question being, I personally know that IPFS, NFT, and all these contracts, the tech side of things is still developing. So you would land into many obstacles. So what were some obstacles that you landed into, and how did you solve them? Because I know that these are things which are still evolving, and you definitely will land into obstacles. So what were some challenges that you faced, and how did you end up solving?
Yeah, yeah. So IPFS, as you know, it requires means setting of a node and so in your public means in your own local network to, but that was not possible and I could not implement it. So I used an Infura gateway to implement IPFS. That helped me easily to implement my project, and yes, that's the only problem I faced with IPFS. That is the retrieval is very slow, and uploading is also not that good. So in future, if we means incentivize some nodes that keep always running, so that would make our work easier.
Okay, okay, okay. Sorry, over to you.
Okay, so first of all, congratulations for making in top 22. As you mentioned that Spotify is taking like it is also charging up for those amount as well when you are not using, right? Just imagine that Spotify is taking like 100 rupees a month. Okay, so in that month you are allowed to use unlimited music. But in your case, you are charging up to an hours. Suppose I have taken a month subscription, and in that month I have somewhat listened a lot of music and exceeded the hours. So does that mean I have to pay more than the Spotify is taking that?
No, no, no. We have pay for hours, no, right? So
Yeah,
we have also the rate are also means very minimal. You can check the portfolio I have written. One DMT that I am using the token is equivalent to 1 rupee. So if I buy
yeah.
200 DMTs means I am using 200 rupees, and 200 rupees if means for 200 rupees you can get 6 hours uh, for every
Sure,
day
sure,
for
sure.
for a month.
Sure. Perfect. Thank you so much. I just want to know that if I listen for more hours, does that amount exceeds as compared to the Spotify? Yes or no?
Means no, it is. I have taken the Spotify rates and fixed it in average cases. Yeah,
Okay,
means
sure.
if 12, 13 hours someone listens, so obviously 12.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Congrats.
Thank you.
Yes, that idea was also very innovative. Did you guys like it? And are you enjoying it? Ah, that's
I'm
good.
sure everyone is enjoying it. I can see
Yes.
the comments.
And I think the constant project and very often ideas and implementation. What
Yeah,
is
that
for
idea will prove economical for us. Yeah, sorry for cutting you. You can
yeah,
continue.
the critical health future shape out upon its needs. Very innovative ideas.
Yep. So just one thing that since the previous team exceeded the time limit, so we had to interrupt. Please do not do that. Please stick to the time limit. Otherwise, we'll have to interrupt you. I think the next team is ready as well.
Yes, welcome. The project is very audience.
Yep, the stage is all yours. You can take it from now.
There should be two more members joining in just a second. Raghav, can you start the slideshow?
I cannot join from my laptop, so can someone else do it?
I hope my screen is visible.
It's not yet.
I've shared the screen. Can you please bring it on stage?
Sarthak, please fit it to. Sarthak, are you sharing the screen?
Yes, I've shared the screen. It's not
All
on
right,
the.
all right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
come.
it's
It's
visible.
visible.
It's visible now.
All right, so we'll start now. You make 35,000 decisions every day. We bet hardly any of them are about donating. We are here to change that for you, for your household, and for the community, one platform at a time. We are Kifu. So meet the team. I'm Sarthak.
I'm Raghav.
I'm Aditya.
And I'm Ansh.
Now, Raghav wanted to donate more, but he did not know how to. Upon brainstorming for a project idea, we came to a realization that most people, just like Raghav, donate out of convenience. A lot of people do have noble intentions of helping the community, but are unable to do so because of their schedules, time constraints, and logistical issues. Now, this is not just hearsay, we actually have numbers to back our claim, and numbers don't lie. Upon surveying, we realized that this was a sizable problem, as 96% people wish to donate, but only 13% of those regularly do so. A massive 64% of the population don't have information about nearby Salvation Armies or foundations. 82% of them are unable to donate because of their hectic schedule and logistics.
Even if one intends to donate, the fact that 99% NGOs are fraudulent, according to a recent High Court statement, doesn't make it any easier.
And that's where Kifu fits in. We connect you to reliable and trusted NGOs, food banks, and other foundations.
Now, Kifu is a service that lets people donate items from the comfort of their own home. Kifu is Japanese for donation or to donate and is a one stop platform where people can donate items in just a few clicks. Kifu allows users to locate and donate food, books, clothes to donation hotspots on an interactive map. Donations are as simple as snapping a photo with a camera that will label your item for you. Simply scan your items, select a foundation, and schedule pickup at your doorstep. The map also shows where other users are donating to incentivize more donations. You also earn points by donating and can redeem them to avail discounts and get gift cards. The aim of our app is to tackle numerous problems at once. A. Wastage of food and other items. B. Necessity of these items for the underprivileged. And C. Logistics of the entire donating process.
So we implemented the backend via Express and Node, typed by TypeScript, and used CockroachDB via Typeform, and you made an API with it, passed it through Nginx, all in a Docker environment. On the front end part, we just use the magical Flutter, use SAO for authentication to make it feasible enough to log in or sign up for everyone. Use TensorFlow Lite to recognize the stuff that you donate or intend to donate. Well, also the Gmap API implementation. So going further, we went forward and took the initiative to take these images, of course, with the user concern and uploaded them to the Filecoin's interplanetary file system
Sorry
via
to interrupt. Your
NFT.storage.
time's up.
With the sorry,
Yeah, we're wrapping up.
uh, okay.
That's all right.
So
Sarthak.
that's about our text tab. And last thing is the actual machine learning part. So we have used Google's TensorFlow Lite model to actually train our model live, and it can identify whatever you wish to donate. It may be fruits such as apples or bananas, or it may be clothes such as t-shirts or books. We have actually not demonstrated it because we've already shared it in the video. I think that concludes our presentation. We're open to any
Thank you.
questions.
Hello, hi. So that was a wonderful project. I had few questions. I'll keep it really short. So, given the amount of tech stacks that you are using, which is wonderful, so be it Cloudflare, be it Google Maps, be it any of those things, so all of them come at a cost beyond the free limit. So, how do you think an
Right.
initiative like this will sustain, given it's based on donations? So, who will sustain the cost, and what is the plan to keep it running forever? Because these are initiatives which we want to run forever.
Yeah.
Right,
And
right.
at the end, how do we
So
make it scalable enough?
Sorry, so I have a slide exactly for that. It's about the business model. So what we have planned to do is there's a thing known as CSR, corporate social responsibility. So big public companies need to donate 2% of their annual gross margins to charities or other such works. So what we're planning to do is we'll partner with these organizations. We'll charge them a small convenience fee, and we'll say to them, "See, we'll take over all of your CSR work for this year, and you'll pay us this convenience fee, and we take care of it." So, what advantage this provides to them and for us is, usually small companies which have maybe a small turnover and two persons maybe maybe 20,000, 50,000, 1 lakh, 2 lakhs, so they can't really do anything meaningful with that. But when we pool these funds from 10 different companies, we have 10 lakh or 20 lakh rupees. We can open a school with it. We can open a hospital with it. We can do any sorts of thing for the welfare of the society. So it benefits the business. It benefits us by providing us that revenue, and it benefits the community by providing them services such as hospitals or schools.
So, answering the scalability equation you asked, as we are using
Yes,
Docker,
yes, yes.
we are also going to just swarmize the whole Docker process. And yes, we are using the IPFS, the interplanetary file system, so we can just upload the images, so we don't have to care about those. And also, it's based upon the vendor for technology CockroachDB, and it has a high scalability reach. So yeah, the scaling problem is solved.
Wonderful project. Very fine. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, just I just want to ask that what kind of model are you using for the ML part?
We actually trained that model. It's a TensorFlow Lite model. So we actually used, none of us had a machine learning background or knew anything about machine learning before this project, before this weekend. So we all
Mhm.
looked it up, we searched frantically, and finally we stick with Teachable by Google.
Okay,
So
and what
we
can you just brief me about the data set that you have used and what are the analysis for that?
So in Teachable by Google, we actually pulled up, for example, to be very honest, we can identify like every single object. We have a fixed set of 20 or 30 objects we can identify. So we pulled up the first Google research about 300 or 400 images and trained the model on the basis of that. So maybe you can identify an apple, a banana, a t-shirt, a book, stuff like that, 15, 20 things like that. And you'll get that. I mean, you'll identify
Okay,
that.
perfect. That sounds good. And just a tip for you for the authentication part: kindly don't use a third-party API. Kindly build your own. That's just a tip for you. And thank you so
Yeah.
much.
All right.
Looking forward to see you on the
Thank
talk
you.
stream. Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Yeah, so the presentation
The,
was also very great. Was
the
that the
judges had really good reviews about the project. I'm sure the participants are happy about it too. And I'm sure the scalability problem that the judges asked was well answered. Moving ahead, we have the next team lined up. It's Project Medicare.
and once again we are we have time limit of 2 minutes, time to wind up the that.
Can I share my screen? I'm just sharing my screen. So let me know if whenever my screen is visible. Shall I start? Okay. So hello everyone. I am Harshal Raikwa. I am a part of Team HackNIT, and our team consists of Aditya Mittal, Kanak Mittal, and myself. So our project name is Medicare. So our inspiration was to create an all-in-one healthcare platform where people can ask for the blood, blood of a particular blood group whenever needed. They can self-diagnose some common and not so common diseases, read the health blogs, and also create or join the chat room. So the main aim of the chat room is to interact with the random people and share your thoughts and and improve the mental health. So this is the diagnose page. So we are right now we have five types of prediction: diabetes prediction, thyroid prediction, heart disease prediction, COVID-19 prediction, and brain tumor prediction. For the only for the demo purpose, we will go with COVID-19 prediction and brain tumor prediction because we are given only limited time for the demo. So let's go with COVID-19 prediction. So here you need to upload an image of your X-ray of the chest, and we will predict whether what are the chances that you have COVID or not. So then you have to click on diagnose, and it will show that The probability of getting COVID-19 is 99.61%. Now let's go with the brain tumor prediction. So here you have to upload an MRI image of your brain. So sorry, let me just upload an image and then click on diagnose. So here you can see the probability is 99.61% of getting affected with the brain tumor. Now here is the dashboard. So here is the social health page where you can check the blood blank, what are the blood groups and the hospital name and the quantities. You can also check the prescription of the donation and the request for the blood group. You can also request a donation. You can request a blood group, or you can even go for donating a blood group. So let's go with donating a blood group. I will choose O and the hospital and the date. So let me choose it and click on book. So after clicking on the book, you will be redirected to a dashboard page where you can see all the history of your donation request. Open the blood group request, the blood request, and the blood donation appointment. So here you can see in the previous page, I just added the that I will donate a blood group of O at the donation site and the date. So this is the dashboard. Uh, sorry. Then we have a blog page where you can come and read various blogs. Then we have a chat room. So in the chat room, you can create your own room or join an existing one and chat along with the people. So let us go with the demo room. So here you can chat along with your friend. So I can say hi. And if another
I am
person joins,
also connected in the back, so let me write.
yep. So
So
on
this
the
is
other,
what I just sent.
yep. So like this, the chat room works. Now we are open to questions.
Hello, hi Sahil. Let's start with you this time.
Yeah, so I think I should go first for this part. Okay. So first of all, congratulations for this because this is something unique that I was really not expecting. So thank you for that. I just have three questions. The first question is what is the accuracy of your model? Secondly, what are the features that you have taken to train your model? And thirdly, what are the backend tech stack that you have used to tackle the situation? Please go ahead.
So the accuracy of models is different for each one. For
Yeah.
COVID one, it is around 97%. For brain
Okay.
tumor one, it is around 99%. For
Okay.
thyroid one, it was also around 99. For the rest two, like diabetes, it was around 82 only.
Okay.
And the remaining, which one is remaining? Which one
Okay.
I'm
Just
missing?
one thing. How many epochs you have trained it for?
Actually, I trained it for 100 epochs initially, but I
Okay.
actually applied a early stopping policy and it stopped around, I think, 70 epochs.
Got it.
And
Got
I
it.
also
Sure.
applied in the end,
Mhm.
the model size was around 30 MB. So I
Okay.
had to
Got your point.
reduce it. So
Okay.
no, I have actually
Yeah.
retrained it using
Sure. Sure.
quantization aware training.
Sure. And the last one is that what are the backend tech stack that you have used?
For the
I
backend,
think
we have
Ajay.
used
Hmm.
Django.
Okay, we have used the Django framework. Okay,
Yeah.
perfect. So that's all from my end. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, thank you so much.
All the best.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yep, thank you.
That was much needed in this lockdown phase, as innovative idea.
Yes, in this pandemic times, I'm sure it's a very
Yeah.
innovative idea. As I can see, someone has written quite innovative ideas. Great place to learn from Hack an Idea. Nice. So we have the next theme ready. Uh,
Hello everyone.
Hello.
All right, so I hope I'm audible and visible and everything's good. So I'm just going to get started with the pitch, right? So just like to get a really quick head count, if you guys can respond in the chat or anywhere else, how many of you guys actually got the talk, the sex ed talk, when you were little? Since we're in a time crunch, I'm assuming I'm not going to be getting a lot of responses, but I can safely assume that not a lot of people do actually end up getting the sex talk, right? So now, sex education. When you think about something like academics, there are a lot of like online portals, right? When you think of coding, there's like Geeks or Geeks, there are like 20,000 portals, right? But when you think of something like sex education, which is so important because people go their entire lives without knowing things, very essential things about their own bodies and about processes that they're going to go through, and then they just live in this sort of bubble of misconceptions and myths, and they just like ask their friends about it, and then there's just like no clarity when it comes to sex education, right? And that is exactly what we discuss, right? We talk to each other and we're like, oh wait, this happened, I lived my entire life knowing this happened. So we wanted to create a platform, a portal, which just breaks it all down for you. And if you have any doubts, this is your safe space, right? You can anonymously talk about sex education, you can get information, and it's like your little hug in the internet when it comes to sex education. So let's go to our portal, right? So this is the sexedify.co. It's like a nice as UI we've got going here. So on the landing page, we just sort of tell you guys what sex edifies, like in one line. We have a tagline going, and of course, if you want to know more, you can just scroll down and there's like an about us section. So then now let's get started with our three major selling points. So number one, the portal. So the portal that we have here, it's basically a Stack Overflow for sex education. So it's like a Stack Overflow for sex education. That's honestly as nicely as I can put it. You have any sort of questions about Stack Overflow, you want to anonymously talk, you want to reply to other people's doubts, you want to read about some popular happening discussions that are sorted by tags and everything, you can just come on here and you can rant and discuss and everything, right? So it's like a safe space on the internet about sex education. So that's our portal aspect of it. The secondly, we have a little cute little chatbot going on around here that we have developed during this hackathon. So essentially, you don't even need to you don't need to do like process of actually having to type or anything. Just through this chatbot, you can get your very surface level doubts cleared, and you can get advice about anything, any domain in the sex education world. And this chatbot just helps you out, right? And then the third major selling point that we're very very proud about is the curriculum. So essentially, you click on the curriculum button, and then you are routed to this part where there are three different cards that are age segregations, right? So if you're like a preteen, if you're anything between like 9 to 12, 13, you can come around here. If you're a teen, you're between 13 to 19, you come around here. And adult is anything above 19. So then let's go to the preteen section, right? You go to the preteen section and you have categories. The different categories are the different subtitles within sex education that we
Sorry to
think.
interrupt, but time's up.
Oh, all right. So yeah, so I'm just going to really quickly tell you. So we have modules, and the point of this is that we can use this to sell to schools. We can tell them, look, we have this curriculum. I know that for schools it is very awkward for you guys to translate that sex education knowledge. So we are making it easy by providing it in a form of an internet portal. Yeah, thank you very much. If you have any questions, shoot.
Hello, hi. So the idea is wonderful, amazing idea,
Thank
impressed.
you.
I just
Thank you.
have one question, which I
Yeah.
personally have always had when developing something along the lines of having anonymity. So first question is, given your database and everything is anonymous, how do you convince the users that yes, you are actually anonymous and not just faking it? And secondly, given it's anonymous actually, how do you moderate it?
How do you?
Moderate it.
All right. So obviously we're in the very initial stages, and as we said, we like could develop this in like 36 hours in this room, and we've been sleeping with like 6 to 7 hours of sleep in this past 36 hours. So we're all like learning back end and stuff, and we have our back end genius with us over here. So I guess you can take up the anonymous part of it.
Yeah, so like in the initial stages of incorporated the authentication part in the app, but we didn't go around in the authorization part much. But yeah, if we have to add anonymity, we can very well do that. And also we had this concept that we can make usernames, make IDs for every school student,
and we provide them to the schools, which they will in turn provide to their students. So it'll also moderate the content and how the students will consume that content, and they don't use content which is not appropriate for their ages. Basically create like a subclass of users, like we'll give them like one encryption code that is unique for one school, and then the students can use that, so we can keep a count of like the limit and yeah, and like it's also like it's like a small like further sub portal being created within the portal for that students, that school students. Yeah. Oh, if I have like a couple 15 seconds, I can just cover one last thing. So essentially we also plan to rope in like therapists and counselors to help develop a curriculum and make it like very like scientifically accurate, but also deliver it in a way that the students who are in the age group, it's like their understanding level is not like super scientific or anything. Yeah. Any other questions?
Okay, so nothing from my end especially. So just to let you know that the presentation was really good, and your confidence is much praiseworthy. So keep it up. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you. Woo. All right, so I'm guessing I can leave.
Yeah, this was something different.
Yep, that was different, and that topic is so undertalked in India at least that we need more such projects to come up. Good luck to the team.
Yeah.
We have next team ready, so here, the stage is all yours.
Okay, sorry, I was on mute. Hi, everyone. I would like to thank the HackNITR team first for allowing me to be a couple minutes late. I was actually stuck in talking. It's a long story, so here I am anyway. So my project is called People Help People. The name comes from where people actually help people in need directly, not through any middleman. So these are the main goals of it. The whole point of it is try to defeat the central body for collective data management. There are systems which requires data to be collected and transacted. So this is where this project is coming in, and it also tries to make these transactions as transparent as possible without giving the without giving any personal information of the transaction. So this basically said the same thing in the video. So I shall be moving on to the impact of this. So let's take an example of a donation system where you would have to donate to somebody, right? So if people's information aren't shared, so this would actually encourage more people to volunteer as their information is not released. That is one. And we actually don't know where the money is being spent. So this actually brings a belief on the system, because while we donate to a central body or an NGO, we are not sure really what is happening with our funds or the tokens we are donating. So if we could directly donate to people in need, so the system is expecting a community leader to directly step up and create a listing on the platform, so they could collect the money and they could spend it to help their community. And so this essentially makes them to serve those in need to those who can directly, no middle body. So this whole plan of it. And there are some future plans. So there are some people who might not be able to donate. So for that, there's a cool thing called proof of real traffic. So remember the WhatsApp forwards you guys must have seen, where you can share this to 100 people or 200 people, $1 will be donated. This can actually come to reality. It's not a myth anymore. The whole system is built with koi.orgs. It's working. Attention rewards are generated by just visiting the website. You don't have to do anything else. And the second future plan is to hold funds. Currently, the funds are being transacted to a recipient directly. Instead of that, I'm planning to hold it in the middle and get vote from all the donors, so as to when and where the funds has to be transferred. So that would be my future plan. And I don't really have access to the demo, so I can't really show it. And so yeah, so I'm skipping the demo part, and I'm open to questions.
Sahil, you want to start off with?
Specifically, I don't have much question on this. It was nice. It was a great initiative for that. So yeah. So best of luck. That's all from my end. That's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Over to you, Abel.
Yeah, so a wonderful project. Harish, I just have one question, which is along the lines. So, given that I want to donate, and you said that you connect me with folks who need help, so how
Yep.
does the platform show me the people? Like, does it show nearby people? Does it show people who need immediate help? Like, how is it done? Because there will be a lot of people on the platform. Some sort of mechanism has to be there, isn't it?
Yeah, that is right. So basically, I'm just categorizing based on those in need. For example, if say you're trying to crowdsource a fund for your project, right? So that is a different cost. Initially, I've just only thought about categorizing based on the cost of it, not really a geography location. I was just trying to make it all work. But this is only an initiative to encourage and inspire people that it could be done, that transactions can happen decent in a decentralized manner where we would not have to sacrifice our privacy details. So if I'm being completely honest, no, I haven't thought about that.
Okay, so just one last final question. So, given the network and all the infrastructure, like how much costly is the infrastructure? Given, let's say, 100 rupees has to be donated, so how much of it will the infrastructure cost? Because at some point there will be some infrastructure cost that goes away, isn't it? So, how costly is the infrastructure?
Yeah, the gas fees are pretty low. Actually, I've been transacting with transactions over less than 0.002. If you want a number, I could say 100 of a dollar is being spent for each transaction as per the current RV infrastructure. So compared to the amount of money you're donating, let's say $100 or $200, I don't believe it's anything. And as nodes get increased, and by that I mean as people join the network becomes sustainable and the transaction fees becomes very less. So it's all based on the reward system.
Awesome, awesome.
Yeah.
Just a quick note, the one who presented right now was one of the organizers of HackNITR 2.0, and that sounds so amazing, isn't it? Okay, another thing that I want to say is we have another mini event lined up just after the ceremony, so stay tuned for that, and we'll have it in this Discord itself. So it is a mental health mini event by Rahi, one of our sponsors. So hop in for that as well. We have the next team ready. The stage is all yours. Best of luck.
Hello, panel, judges, and everyone else. We are Team IRE Coders, and our project is called You to Me. You to Me is a web based application that welcomes people from every class, but our aim is to uplift the marginalized LGBTIQA plus people by providing them a safe sphere as You to Me. So essentially, U2Me is a community, especially for LGBT people. We help them connect and interact with other people of a similar mindset, thereby eliminating any possibilities of homophobia or transphobia which might occur in situations otherwise. For upliftment of this community, we also propose a 60% reservation system for LGBT people in tech, as diversity and inclusion play an important role in team building, generating ideas, and getting the maximum output, we welcome people from all walks of life who resonate with our passions, and finding such enthusiastic people is made easier through You to Me. So, for the design prototype, we used Canva and Figma. We aimed to create interfaces which users find pleasurably and easy to use. Therefore, we used HTML, CSS, and JavaScript for the front end. We have also used React.js and Node.js. So, Udemy is a community that is solely focused on LGBTQ people. This initiative is first of its kind for our LGBT friends. As all of us know, there are various communities for everyone at large, but a community solely focused on LGBT people, this is a novelty. So now, here is a quick tour of our application. Thank you.
And now we are open for any questions.
Hello, hi. I'm just curious about the part where you said Node.js, since I'm a Node.js fan. So, what aspects of Node.js are you using and where are you using it in the project?
Pardon?
I'm just curious about the part wherein you said that you are using Node.js for the project. So I want to know what are you using Node.js for and what does Node.js help you with in this particular project?
Yeah, like Node.js is helping us to make the UI a bit dynamic by giving us the various options to, like animate and the which we have tried to show in the video, the type of the text is coming from right and left and all that. We have tried to organize it using Node.js.
Okay, cool, cool, cool.
Yeah, I have one. How it will be beneficial for LGBT classes people?
Yeah, since it's solely focused on them, like we accept and we encourage any type of person to join our community. But since it's mainly focused on them, we try to conduct programs and then conduct workshops and such type of things for connecting and then making the LGBTQ people
Okay.
to connect amongst themselves and then interact with them. Like, and on the internet at large, we have seen many instances where people of
Hmm.
that community are being targeted and they are, like they have to bear the brunt of racist and many types of
Sure.
slurs. But in
Sure.
this project, we have a space for them, and
Yeah.
we
Okay.
like to control the type of comments and the type of language that people use to interact with each other. We intend to make.
Got the idea. Perfect. Perfect. I got the idea. Thank you so much. All the best.
Thank you.
It was really a great project, guys. Awesome work.
Such diverse ideas. This hackathon is really going great.
We
The
have
next
very
team is
talented.
ready. Yes, Project Lockfist, if I'm pronouncing it right. The stage is all yours. You can present.
All the best.
So, hey everyone, we are Team Algorithm Aces and we are here with our project, the Logfest or the Local Festival, which provides the platform with the idea of going vocal for local and supporting the Atmanirbhar Bharat campaign. So, as we know that the Festival of Lights is coming, and during festive season, we all usually go on a shopping spree. But being at the comfort of our homes, we usually order the goods through online. And in this way, often the talent of the local artisans and the handmade workers get unnoticed. So we decided let us work together on this festive season to work towards make the vast talent known to the people, and in turn gaining financial as well as social support to these local artisans.
So we have here the app of Lockfest, where we can try. We are trying to bridge the gap between the local sellers and the vendors and customers. You can notice that we have written Diyas from Mukesh, Rangolis from Hina, etc. Because we want their name to be appreciated. We want them to be appreciated. Also, this app will be made location based so as to ensure minimum delivery time. Also, when you deeper into this, you can see their story here. Uh, Through that, you can emotionally connect with them, and you can buy the things which are available here. And at last, you have the card option. Here, you can tip them. You can see the delivery charges, coupon discounts, etc. And at last, we have shown that if you want to appreciate him through a message, you can do it. We will deliver him the message. You have just to keep the text message, and at last you will be done, and the amazing things will be on the way. Moving towards the website.
So here's the website, which is the web version of the Android app, which my friend just showed. So here also we have added bestsellers along with the names of the ones who make it, and also we have added the stories. Like for example, in Murtis from Sham, we have added his experience and how he makes the Murtis. So we have also set. We have also one example card and products. uh, when we go to checkout, we find this, and here's our contact where we can find the contact to the people who are really making the website. And if in any queries, they can drop here. So now the future plan for this website is we are going to make it location based, so that not only the people from one city will find it easier, but from one pin code, the vendors near their house will be able to sell their products and the customers will be able to buy it. So this is all about Logfest.
Hello, hi. Could you, awesome project, really love the part that you have developed a website and also an Android app. So my question is, what are you using for the backend side of things like this? Like, what are the tech stacks that you're using for the project?
So we are beginners now in college, so we have not used any backend because we don't have that much knowledge. We have just used the UI and the idea to showcase it. We have used
Okay,
CSS, HTML, Flutter.
wonderful, wonderful. Makes sense, makes sense. It's really good that you have developed separate UIs both for the app and the website. So good work on that.
Okay, so I want to ask that how exactly are you trying to connect with the local vendors? Are you expecting them to have a Android mobile or something so that they can register on your website or your mobile application? How exactly this way will going to go ahead?
No, we have to go to the physical way because we have to assume that they won't have the mobile phones because we know that. So we have to go to the physical way. It might be hard work and cost, but at the end, at the future, we can make it crowdsourced because it's in a sense helping the people. So
Okay.
obviously, yeah.
And one more thing that these vendors don't have a specified place, right? Suppose if you met them at certain places, so it might happen that you got an order, and it may happen that at certain point of time, if you go to the same place, you will not going to find them. So how exactly you have the model in mind that how you're going to tackle this up?
For that, we obviously have to communicate with the vendors and make them like understand the process and tell
Okay.
them that at this time at least you have to be here so that your
Okay.
products can be
Wonderful.
sold.
Okay. Wonderful. All the best. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thanks a
thank
lot.
you.
That was actually an amazing idea. With this whole Misho startup getting a good, huge push into this direction, I believe social commerce is something that is going to come up quite a lot these days, right?
Yes. And I can see the
Cool.
comment flooding with appreciation too.
Right. I believe, yeah, that was it for Team Lockfest, if I'm not wrong. The next team that we have is Team Brainstormy. I believe Brainstormy is the project name, and we are having the people onto stage just in a moment.
Yeah, so good evening. I'm Behal Raje from Team Heisenberg, and I'll be demonstrating our project Brainstorming. So, Brainstorming is an intuitive web application for making customizable educational games. And coming to motivation behind this project, so in this lockdown, students are finding online learning very dull and uninteresting, as teachers lack engagement among students. And students are also daunted by exams and evaluations, and therefore, to make learning less stressful and more fun, we have uh, we have built this platform. So now we will demonstrate how the
Okay.
teacher can create her own customized educational game. So I log in as a teacher and enter all the teacher credentials. So this is the teacher's dashboard, and I can hop over to the educational games. These are the educational games in our portal, and I can click any one of them and go to create quiz. So I'll be selecting the Space Invaders game, which is a classic game which we know, and which is modified in educational format. So these are the test questions which we'll input. And one more salient feature of our application is that it is independent of what grade and which student is studying. as well as which subject it is. So after submitting the question, we can copy the code and the teacher can send it to her students, and students can access the code uh, by logging in through their dashboard. So this is the code, I've copied it, and now I'll head over to the student dashboard. So this is the student dashboard and these are the educational games. So to join a game, I'll click on join with the code and enter the 6-digit code here. So this is a classic MCQ question where I have to hit the alien of that color which has the correct answer associated with it. So if with each correct guess, my score would be incremented by 10, and with each incorrect guess, my score would be decremented by 5. And this is how this game works. And the game would automatically end if the aliens reach the bottom of the screen. So this game ends now. Coming
Hello,
to our next,
brainstorming.
yeah.
That looks pretty amazing, to be honest, like especially the UI and everything. But again, we are on a time crunch, so I believe we have gotten your idea and we can continue.
Uh, can we just show one more dinosaur adventure?
Okay, cook.
Will
You can
show.
go ahead with a quick game.
Yeah, sure. So this is a voice control game, uh, which and this inspiration is taken from the Error 404
9,
dinosaur.
12, 7, 20, 10.
Yeah, so you can see that if I press an incorrect answer, the dinosaur does not jump. So these are the two games which we have demonstrated.
Okay, so it was really amazing. I want to ask that did you guys really made it in just like 36 hours time? Because
Yeah,
it looked a
actually,
lot of things. Yeah, please.
yeah. So we were planning the logic of these games as well as the themes of these games from the past 1 week, and
Okay.
in these 2 days we were more implementing just the code and all that, and how do we use the technical stacks. But the logic
Okay.
and the themes we were planning on from the past 1 week.
Okay, and last question is that what was the backend tag stack that you have used?
MongoDB, we have used Node and MongoDB.
Node and MongoDB. Really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Over
Thank
to you,
you.
Abel.
It's a wonderful project. No questions from my side, but yeah, really impressed with the kind of initiatives that you have done. So, good luck.
Thank
Thank you.
you.
Well, kudos to the team back there. I saw some really cool games which are going to be very useful for new kids who are like getting into learning. And digital learning is of course a huge thing coming up. I believe yes, we do have the next team up over here, and we have with us Team Sentinel. Okay, I'll put Saumitra and Kunal onto stage, and the stage is all yours, people.
Hello, am I audible? Hello.
Yes, you are audible, Samantha.
So, hello everyone. This is Soumitra and Kunal here to present to you Project Sentinel, automated home security at your fingertips. Sentinel is a digitally connected solution dedicated to providing homeowners with a safe and smart living environment. Our solution takes inspiration from current trends in home security automation and puts it together with a facility management application. A facility management application is a multidimensional process, and companies often do not realize the amount of cost cutting that is feasible within it. As you can see, the problem regarding safety and security are on a rise, and people find it hard to trust anyone.
In 2000, from 2004 to 2013, private car theft in India has increased from 80,000 to 1,65,000. Though Indian burglary has fluctuated substantially in recent years, it tended to increase between 2004 and 2013 period as well. Theft and burglary, according to the visualization, as you can see, is the largest two components of Indian crime visualization as of today. Home automation also has a huge benefit to homeowners. Smart home products like thermostats, switches have been known to save its users an average of 20% yearly in warming and cooling costs, and also a lot of electricity costs. From the visualization, you can see by home automation through different devices how much electricity can be saved. Now, for the app, Kunal will be taking it from here.
Thank you so much, sir. As you can see the screenshot of our resident app here, the first image is the home page of resident app, which have features through a resident can access their smart devices, CCTV cameras, and also alert guards and access public records. Next slide, please. Yeah, in the first picture, this is a home blueprint configured according to users' home layout. As soon as users enable initiate home, his home is guarded by smart IoT security devices and bundled with smart notifications and alert systems. The second picture, we have added a dedicated COVID tab considering the current scenario with the features of vaccination details and emergency alerts. The third and fourth pictures is aimed to bring close residents by digitally shared notice boards and a dedicated group chat system. Next slide, please. Yeah, the admin app, this is the admin app. The admin app is much similar to our resident app and is packed with additional features of banning, unbanning outsiders, maintaining shared entry exit digital logs, etc. And in case of any user distress, resident distress, the admin app will notify on the real time basis to take necessary actions. Next slide, please.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, any questions?
Hello, hi. So yeah,
Hi
wonderful
guys.
project. Love the fact that you have implemented something for home security. So my concern over here is the fact that a home is something that we are all really close to, that we all closely love. So how do you convince the users that yes, whatever data you have, be it monitoring, all of that, will be kept securely and will not be used for unwanted purposes? Because that is something that every homeowner would want to make sure of, isn't it?
Yes, currently we are using MongoDB and each user has his own OAuth key through which he is getting logged in. So only the user himself can go in and access his own data. Nobody else can.
What
From
And
our end,
also,
we can, yes, we can damage
authentication?
the data, but we can't really do anything about it.
and also, this app is fully dedicated to a particular society, so they can have separate apps. It's not a single app for all these society out there. They can have their own dedicated app which will work on the basis of this sentinel,
Oh, okay,
similar
okay,
like
makes sense,
model
makes
like.
sense, makes sense.
Okay. So for the testing purpose, what kind of hardware have you used for that?
This was Chrome Debug Monitor and Android
Okay.
Studio, the AVD phone.
Okay. And for the IoT purpose, like any, do you use any Arduino or Raspberry Pi?
Yeah, we use Node-RED through to simulate IoT devices.
Okay, okay, got it. Okay, that sounds good. All the best. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, guys.
A project on home
That
security.
was a cool one.
Yes, so exactly. It was an amazing project. Kudos to the team. We have the guiding hand as the next team. I welcome Shreya and Yamini to present the project. Good luck, guys.
Thank you. Good
Hello, good
evening,
evening,
everyone.
judges.
Hello. Today we are representing Team Four Horsemen. I'm Yamini as the team leader, and we have Shreya, Rudransh, and Kunal as the team members. The project we're working on is the guiding hands. Since in the COVID times, we're highly dependent on the online platforms for which we require the stuff like edu pens, MacBook for teaching purposes and all. and which are really expensive and not possible for majority of people to afford. Thinking of this perspective, we created a guiding hand through which one could draw on the screen, perform other functions by using their hand gestures, and explain visually in an efficient manner, and most importantly, without paying any of the cost. Now,
So
request
now,
Shreya to continue.
so now Rudransh will share a screen and demonstrate the project to you.
Shreya, you can continue with the PPT, I guess.
Okay.
Raj is having some issues, I guess.
So I'll just briefly explain how to
If
use it. So
someone
when you open the
else,
web portal, you'll see a button saying click to run the code. And when you click on it, the interface opens up. So this interface allows a user to use hand gestures for various tasks, such as one finger to draw on the screen, two fingers to select a different color or to select an eraser, three fingers to take a screenshot of the current state of the screen, and four fingers to clear the whole screen. So here are our tech stacks. Uh, some challenges that we faced. Kunal.
I
Rudransh,
think
if
we
you
can see Rudransh.
can. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
So as you can see, he's using two fingers to select a color, one finger to draw on the screen, two fingers again to erase, four fingers to clear the screen, and three fingers to take a screenshot. So as you could see, the guiding hand is a very easy to use software. Now coming back to the PPT.
So now we have our future prospects. We are thinking about adding more hand gestures for some features, and you can also create your own custom hand gestures, allowing multiple people to draw on the same screen simultaneously. So you can like coordinate with people. Then annotating over a shared screen, like we have the shared screen right now, and you could draw over it. Then converting hand drawn text on screen to the text and saving it in a document. So well, you can write pretty quick. Then we have our team. And thank you.
And this was it. Thank you. Now we're open to any questions.
That's a wonderful project. I have no questions. I'm really impressed with the fact that you have used something along the lines of gesture recognition to actually be helpful for people who actually require it. So that's something wonderful. So kudos on that.
Okay,
Thank you.
so I have two questions. The first being is that what exactly this project is solving the problem, and second being that this project is not something unique. The reason being is that since the couple of past months, various peoples are being doing the same exactly same way. If you scroll down the LinkedIn and a lot of posts, you will see exactly the same thing. So how is your project being unique as compared to them? And secondly, what problem statement is this solving? Yeah, please go ahead.
So the problem that we think we are solving is that during COVID, a lot of the education has moved online. So teachers have had to use various ways because they are used to using blackboards to explain something. And now that those things aren't available in their houses, they have to resort to things like using an iPad or some sort of a touch screen or using edupens. But even in rural areas, there are people who can't afford those kinds of things. So we have come up with this website which opens up this interface so they can just simply draw on their screen instead of having to use something that is pretty expensive. So this is the problem that we think we're solving. And sorry, what was the second question again?
How is it unique from others?
So in our presentation, we saw that it's a free and easy to use
software. I mean, it's absolutely free. So people can access it pretty easily. And as in the demo, we showed it you that it's very easy to use. It's navigation friendly and it's compatible across any operating
Okay.
systems because it's a website.
Okay, got it. Thank you so much. All the best.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Thank you.
Okay, okay, an interesting one.
Yes, and this is a cool comment that we are getting. This hackathon is much better than the T20 World Cup. Thank you.
Okay, we have got something
Okay.
up and going. On a second note,
Yes.
I would really like to thank to all the teams. They have gotten through this so far so good. I know streamer is something that everyone is new to, and it has been really good. So keep up the good work, team.
Yep. So the next team up is Eva, Project Eva. Ishan Goswami, the stage is all yours. All
Yeah,
the
yeah.
best.
So can you guys hear me? Yeah, perfect. So let's start with our presentation. So what we have built is EVA, an affordable what we have built is EVA, an affordable wearable device that detects fall and emergency, and it's with the medical health app, and it creates a whole ecosystem with the hardware and the software together. So this is how the device actually looks, and we specifically 3D printed this on in this hackathon only, and this is how you wear it on your wrist. And what it happens is that when user fall, it detects the fall and it sends an alarm to the caretaker to take immediate actions. Now let's talk that why we chose to build this problem. So the gravity of this problem is that like 37 million people every year gets medically affected by falling, and this increases when you have an old age at above 60, because your bones get weaker and you're more susceptible to falling. So if a problem that affects 37 million people is a huge issue for humanity to solve, that's why we did it. And thankfully, it's already solved by this product at some point. This is Apple Watch, right? So Apple Watch detects fall and it has helped millions of people worldwide to live a healthy life. And as you can see, Apple Watch has helped many people, and there are many cases. But a healthy life should not be just right for the rich people, but for each and every person on this planet. And that's what we are trying to build. That's why we built Eva, because basically we believe that a good and healthy life should not be just limited to the people who can afford a $400 smartwatch, but a good and healthy life should be accessible to every person on this planet, irrespective of their economic status. That's why introducing Eva, an $8 wearable device to help everyone live a long life. Yes, just $8. Let's just start the demo over here. So Tanish can share his. Yep. So you can see Tanish is sharing basically the uh, specific the device, right? This is the app. This is the home screen of the app, right? And you can this is the onboarding screen. Let's get started. This is the home screen, and this is the Firebase console. Here you can see when the basically when the fall is detected, the value changes here to true. So Tanish will now give it a very hard jerk, which would basically initiate a fall, and then you can see how the app also changes. Yep. So as you can see, the fall is detected specifically over here, and that's why you can see like the fall is detected. Now Tanishq will now reset the device back to the default stage. Yep, the device is active. We will show you once again. So Tanishq will give it a hard jerk once again. Yep. As you can see, the database changes, and the database sends an alert to the app, to the person, to the caretaker, that fall is detected and you should take immediate actions, right? And on the app, there's a whole ecosystem, which is that you can see the blood group of the person, the age, and the sex, and the name, and the work, and specifically all the crucial medical information that could be needed in emergency. Because this information, like every minute counts in that emergency. That minute could be a difference between life and death. So that's why we are have basically all the medical information, that are they diabetic or not, the current medication and the side effects of that medication. So each and everything over here is over here is there. So this is what we have actually built. What we have tried to build is a whole ecosystem to actually democratize health, and not just for the rich people, but for each and every one. So that is what we have built, and we believe this could make a positive impact in the world. Thank you. I'll. Can we start the questions? Yep.
So I'm truly impressed, truly impressed. I have no questions. I just have one thing to say, that I really look forward to this project, not just getting limited to the hackathon, but actually seeing the limelight of the day in some region,
Yeah.
in some place across the globe. So that is something that I'm really looking forward to. And yeah,
Thank you
definitely
so
I will
much.
keep
Thank you
it.
so much.
Yeah, really good work with the demo.
Thank you so much.
Okay,
Thank you so much.
so yeah, I want to ask that how accurate is this project? Because we have seen the working, and the working is depending upon the sudden jerk, right?
Yep, yep,
So,
yep.
like,
Yeah.
even though we are not using any proximity sensor, that even though the old age people has been falling, so we can get a sense that yeah, this is the distance between the floor and all that. So, like, suppose I'm not falling, and even though like I have a certain jerk, I'm in a bus, and in the bus I am having a certain jerk. So will it going to give the notification? Like how is it handling with
Yeah,
the
yeah.
negative data?
Yeah, so how it works is that, like, I also have an Apple Watch right now in my hand. So what, and when
Mhm.
you set up an Apple Watch, it is actually restricted. It's defaultly turned off the fall detection, because like when you are young, you do gymming and you do many activity stuff, and it could be triggered. So this is specifically for the elderly people who do not have much like certain jerks in their life, right? They do not like have much different where there are many like body movements, right? So this is
Mhm.
specifically for that specifically, and surely Tanish can define how we like build the hardware device on that. Tanish,
Uh,
you can go ahead.
yeah, the hardware is basically an ESP32 microcontroller which has built-in Wi-Fi. I'll
Okay.
turn on the camera again. So here is the device.
Yep. These are
And
the
we've also
internal
built,
parts.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
I'll turn on the lights again. So we've also built a 3D printed custom enclosure. It's not perfect for now, but it gets the job done for not getting the circuit short. So there are two parts. Basically, one is the IMU, inertial measurement unit, which is a three-axis, particularly accelerometer. So we detect anomaly, that is impulse in acceleration in all the three axes. So once it crosses a particular threshold, we set the flag to through a Wi-Fi on the Firebase database. We set the fall flag to true. So this is how it sends the data.
Got
So
it.
this is
Sure.
and it also has battery charging and discharging circuit, which has also overcharge and overcurrent protection. So
Mhm.
it can also charge and discharge lithium-ion batteries pretty
Sure.
efficiently.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And
And the
basically,
last
it's,
one
yeah,
being
sure, sure.
is that what exactly is the threshold value for this? Like threshold pressure and all that?
We have actually determined it through our tests. So we got the raw readings, multiple raw readings, and we decided that particular reading which was uh, good enough to be set as threshold. So it was actually trial and error basis on the
Sure,
so
sure.
this was the process for
Perfect.
determining the threshold value.
Okay, that's all from my end. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, so this was also one of the great presentations they have, and hope they will try to make change for the better in future.
Yep, it was such an awesome project. We have the next team ready. I would like to welcome them. Shridhar, Project Promise NFT Marketplace is here. All the best, guys. The stage is all yours.
So hello everyone, I'm Shridhar Kamath from the team ZapDev. So what I've tried to build is I've used the powers of NFTs and I've put it into promises. Now, what does all this project actually mean? Like now, promises are actually made and broken very easily. Now, in small cases, may not make a big sense, but sometimes they do make a big sense. Like we make promises very vaguely. We don't sometimes take into consideration that it may have a big impact on somebody else, maybe life. So for that matter, what I've tried to do is use the power of NFTs and banded it to promises. So what basically there are cases when people just back off saying that I never promised you that. So what this does is it gives you the proof of your promises. You will have this proof, and this proof has to be signed by the person. It has to be transacted by the person, and this provides you the proof that has given you the promise. Then somebody just cannot give you the promise and run away. There is an approval and rejection based system. So until and unless the promise is fulfilled, like there is an approve and reject button. So the when you make the NFT, when you make the promise, you need to stake some amount of ether. I have set it to the half the amount of the price of the promise. So if you're putting the ETH for one ether, so then you need to stake around 0.5 ETH. So then you can approve it. If you approve it, the staked ether will go to the person's account. If you reject it, it will get burnt directly. It should happen that way, but for now, for simplicity purpose, I'm putting all the rejected money into a person account from where the contract is deployed. Now over there, you could also replace it with a charity account, so all the rejected money will go over there, so a charity can use it. This is just a demo of the video. Then let's when you first go over here, there will be a MetaMask login. I've already logged in, so it is not showing me that. So going to the marketplace, here is the promise that is already made over here. You can buy the thing. I'm not buying it now because then it just takes a bit of a time for it to happen. Now here are all the promises that I've already brought, and these are the promises which are sold. Now there is no sold tag over here because this is still in the marketplace, as we can see over here. And this thing is already sold. Either somebody has bought it from the marketplace, or I have transferred it to a person through his direct account. Here there is the ether which I have bought. Now I can either approve it or reject it, and based on what I do, the money will be transferred to the person's account, or may just be transferred to the account of the bond. Now another thing is, uh, yes, you could go and over here, create the promise, set the ether, sell it on the marketplace, or if you're transferring it directly to the person, you don't need to put any ether amount. Put the recipient's address, and then you're good to go. I'm not demonstrating it right now because it takes all the time. It takes a delay, so for all these things to happen. Now these are use cases from large things. For example, one can do something like this: sell his time. Or small cases, like even in colleges and school, there are times when thefts are going on. Somebody takes your notes and then they do not return them. So you could basically tell them to
Your
give us a
time's
promise,
up.
and
Please wrap
yes,
up.
I'm
It
wrapping.
was a very
Yes.
great project.
So you could just, yes, make you have the proof. So that's all. That's all for my questions.
Wow, that's an amazing one. I want to ask it, how old are you, Sheda?
I am 16 years old.
16. That's an amazing project for 16 years to build, definitely. So, did you make this project during this 36 hours of time?
Yes, so I had planned everything before. So also that NFT marketplace is there. So I tried
Mm-hmm.
making like a normal marketplace before. So and keeping all these things in mind, in the 36 hours I was trying to manage. So I, in the UI also, I tried to repeat many things, made the thing also very minimal. So for everything to,
That's really interesting. Perfect. That's really impressive. Even though you're not going to win this, or you are going to win this hackathon, but still, for me, you are the winner for this. Hats off to
thank,
you, man. Thank you so much. Thank you. Over to you,
thank you.
Abel.
Yeah, wonderful project. Like I really love the initiative. Trying to add credibility to what people say or what people promise. So that is something that I'm really impressed. Like wonderful project. So congrats on that. Kudos to you.
Thank you. Thank you.
I mean, wow, he's 16-year-old and such an awesome project. That's really good.
We don't know how much we are going to make, and we really are going to make promises or not. If you're going.
Yep, of course. So we have the next project ready, Phantom Rooms. It is Ayush, Snehash. We have the next.
Hello guys, so I'm Vishwesh Trivedi, team lead of Phantom Rooms. We are from SVNIT Surat, and I'm here to present the pitch deck for our project idea, Phantom Rooms. But before I begin, let me start with a couple of very common questions. How many of us have feared that our mobile numbers or login IDs or any such information may get leaked on the internet or maybe sold on the dark web? How many of us have feared that our chats have not been read by the companies we use to chat on? And sometimes don't we just need to chat just for a moment, like just for a while, and we don't want those chats to be saved? Now, the solution to all of this is Phantom Rooms. Now, Phantom Rooms, if my screen is visible, can anyone confirm my screen is visible?
Yes, visible.
Yes, okay. So this is the landing page for Phantom Rooms. There are some terms you have to keep in mind. So how do you chat? It's very simple. You basically just go to get started. You enter a avatar name, and avatar name is something of a nickname. So I'll enter Nerdy Whiskey here, and you select interest, tag interest. So for example, I'm into sports, space, and technology. So I'll search rooms, and it'll give me an array of current online rooms. So I can join any of the room. For example, I can join the SpaceX Starlink program, and it'll show me that I've joined the room like any other chat room, right? For example, let me mimic another chat room. Let me have some some other person to join the chat room through my local. So let's assume we have a light dark toggle for all the pages. So this is also one feature which we offer. Let's say it's Sneharsh, and he has a couple of, let's say he has technology and space. So now he has joined the room, and I can see that Sneharsh has joined the room. So here we are in a channel that we can communicate. So I'll show you the quick demo that we can communicate. If you can see here. Now, there can be any number of people, okay, 2, 3, 4. It's a group chat application. But what's very peculiar about Phantom Rooms is it stores these chats in the session storage of the browser. This basically means that when the last person of any room will leave the chat room, these chats will get auto destroyed, and this room itself will get auto destroyed. That means there is no way that someone can read your chats because it's always getting stored in your browser session storage. Also, there is no way that someone can get your login IDs because login IDs do not just exist. You just join by an avatar name, and there you go. You can select your topic of interest and you can chat with random people on the internet. So this is the basic premise of Phantom Rooms. I can basically show the architecture. I have made an architecture for Phantom Rooms. We designed the UI on Figma, which is a very good UI tool. So this is the Phantom Rooms architecture. If you can take a close look, you will notice that there is no database used. So because we don't actually need to store anything except the room names and the creator of the rooms. And this is stored in the memory, like the server memory. So that's it. We don't use any database. So there is no chance of any login or any type of privacy breach. And we don't also read or store your chats. They just get stored on your device. So you can be carefree that you won't be judged by anyone. You can carefully chat on the topics of interest you have. So that's pretty much it on my pitch deck. I would like to have any questions on this.
Hello, hi Sahil, over to you.
Okay, so yeah, there's a saying that says that with great power comes great responsibility. Although with the great power also comes a lot of negative thoughts as well, right? Now someone is not watching me, so don't you think that people not may, but definitely they will going to use it in a
Misuse
negative
this
way,
application.
misuse it in a negative way, and there's a lot of anonymous chat that has already been available for us. How is it different from that? Even though you are not tracking it up, then how you confirm that it will not going to impact any harm and all that?
Okay, so so before this project, we actually discussed, like just a day before the project, we discussed what all features we want in this chat rooms, and chat rooms are a very easy build. Like a lot of chat rooms exist in the market, so we need to have some specialty. So basically what we can do, so here we are not given much freedom because we don't have a login or like a particular login so that we can trace a user. The only way we can trace a user is through an IP address. So, for example, if you are in a chat room where there have been some miscreants who are causing trouble or who are not going according to the chat room rules, like the basic community guidelines, what you can do, what we can implement. So this is what it's not yet in the chat room because it's a 36-hour hackathon, so we cannot have
Okay,
everything right now.
one more thing. Sorry to cut you in between. You are telling that if someone is doing mischief thing, that you have some other idea than that. That means you are tracking them up. But
No.
that totally violates
It's
the
the
term.
users. For example, I'm in a chat room, so I'm a user. There are
Okay.
several people in the chat room, and then there is a user who is not acting according to the community guidelines. So the user himself can report this, and we can have a threshold report, like 5 reports or some threshold reports. What we can do, so after we get a report that this person is currently online, he is causing trouble, we can basically trace his IP address.
Okay.
So we'll
Suppose
have to have
I have
license.
a group. Suppose I have a group, and we want to plan something totally indifferent. Nobody will going to report. Then how are you going to tackle this up?
Yes, sir. This
I
is
think that
actually
is
this.
actually
The
the
thing is,
liberty. See, what the thing is that like if we are giving this much liberty, it is bound to have consequences. But
Yeah.
that is not like our, that is not the target. Our target is just to give the user the liberty. Okay,
Yeah,
and
but
if
you
there
cannot
is,
play with the mind, right? People will go if you're giving them power. Definitely,
Yeah,
it is
yeah.
not
So we
a
are
hundred
actually,
percent sure
yeah.
that
So
it's
that
going
this
to
is
is
be
bound to
this is a
happen.
perfect.
problem. We actually also discussed this problem that if all the members of the
Okay,
groups are in a bad activity, then there is
exactly.
absolutely no way to find out. But
Yeah,
if you see chat applications like WhatsApp or even Messenger, they are end-to-end encrypted. So this basically
yeah.
means that even they cannot determine that what activities have been going on.
There is
So it's
one
typically
more
this problem.
suggestions. Since we are
Yes.
running of time, there's one more session that you can add. You can use the machine learning, the deep learning, like the Google Meet does that. If someone is using some, you just give us some certain set of words that are really negatives. If they detect, then they will going to notify you, and then you can take that action. That's just
Yes,
a
sir. We
suggestion.
can.
Other than
Yeah,
that,
that's actually a very good suggestion that we can use the client input, because obviously we can grab a client
yeah,
input in the server, and then we can run some models, and there we can give it
exactly.
back to the server if there is any anomaly in the chats, like if we don't
Sure.
find something good.
So
Yeah, so
that's
that's
all
a
from
good.
my
Yeah.
end. Over to you, Abel.
Nothing. Like the same question I had regarding given anonymity, how
Yeah,
we can
yeah. We
use it.
have
So
thought this over a
I
lot,
wanted,
that
and
is like
yeah,
that
yeah,
is a
some things
certain
figured out.
consequence.
So
Yeah.
but all in all, a wonderful project.
thank you,
Thank
sir.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, that was such a wonderful project.
Yeah, so super project. The unique concept of having a conversation in a chat and accepting the chat taking destroyed. It was really awesome. Now
Yes,
here
of
we
course.
check, take it loudly.
Welcome, Project Proudly.
All the best, guys. This is all yours.
Hello.
Yes, you are live. Abhishek from Crowdly. Can you hear me? You are
Yeah.
live and you're audible.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes, you can continue.
Okay. Thank you. Is my screen visible? So basically, Crowdly is a crypto-economic platform that acts as an information market where people can have access to accurate information, place bets on news they see, and then make money out of it. The problem which we thought we were going to solve is that misinformation is a major problem in the world where any source of information may mislead people, may not provide the right information, and scam people and make money out of it. And so, in order to solve that issue, we have developed Crowdly, which again is an information market where people can post pieces of information and then piece of information, also predictions, where people can then look at that piece of information, bet on it, and then when the prediction turns out to be true or false, the prediction is made unanimously, and then people who made the right bets receive their amounts of money, and then they lose their money if they made the wrong bet. So this runs on the Ethereum blockchain network. Uh, to walk you through the steps of how this works, the user first creates a post which says, which could be any piece of information where it could be something like uh,
Hello, sorry to interrupt. I think there's some issue with your network. Abhishek, can you hear me? There's some issue with your network. Please try to rejoin. Okay, in that case, we can go ahead. I'm sure he'll fix his issue and rejoin. Till then, the next project is IoT Mask. Excited for the next project. Good luck, guys. The stage is all yours.
Yeah, thank you. I'll just share my screen. Is it visible? Could you just give a confirmation?
It is visible. Yeah, you can go
Yeah,
ahead.
thank you. So, hello everyone. This is Aisman. I'm a grade 11 student at Diksha PU College, Bangalore, Karnataka. So, I have developed an IoT mask. So, what is a mask and why do we need to wear a mask? Mask is an object worn on the face for protection. Masks are barriers that help to prevent the respiratory droplets from reaching others. Wearing a face mask will help to prevent the spread of infectious germs. When someone coughs or sneezes, they could release germs into the air that may infect. These masks would help to prevent these types of germs. So, what is an IoT mask? So, the main motive to create this type of mask is that the normal mask or the surgical mask which we wear, we get a fog thing on our spectacles, which leads to many problems while driving or walking on streets. To avoid that, I have developed this mask. And there's a centrifugal fan which helps in removing the hot air. And to control the fan speed, I have developed an application. My mask is IoT enabled, that is Internet of Things. Could be connected to my Wi Fi or we can use our own internet hotspot as well. If there's any issue with the signal, we can switch it into an offline mode. It's in the prototype stage. I'm currently working on this. So for controlling the fan speed, I'll be using a Blink application, which is an open source app. And for message alert system, I've used IFTTT. It would intimate me to wear a mask at a particular point of time. Thank you.
Hello, hi. So I just have one minor question from my side.
Yes.
So you said that you have used IEEE certified
IFTTT.
this, yeah,
Yeah.
IFTTT, yeah. If then this that what I think, yeah. So
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
why did you choose that platform, and why do you think that is going to solve the problem? Because many times
Yeah.
people prefer to build their own backend system. So why did you prefer something along those lines?
Yeah, so I thought of using a cloud system, but I don't have much knowledge about clouds and all right now. So I have used the common open source community, and it would just help me to message anyone.
Okay, okay, okay. Cool, cool. Sounds good, sounds good. But yeah, good idea.
Never imagine that the mask will also going to get smart someday. That's interesting. I want to ask that how exactly this is feasible because people will be preferring the most disposable mask will be better as
Yeah.
consider people. Then how this will going to help us? Suppose let's take an example that wearing a mask is mandatory, right? And if this mask like that means that all the people will be wearing this. Suppose as the middle class people, lower class people. So how it is going to affect to them as well? Like you will not
So
going to
basically,
tell them that you have to have a cell phone to detect because if you have an IoT device, you need to have something to report. You need to
knowledge.
have to
Yeah.
something. That's how you're going to tackle that.
Yeah, it's a very easy and it's an eco-friendly one. So this is just a prototype, and I have printed a 3D box which I'll be adding all my sensors. That's what the embedded system like
Hmm.
ESP32 and Rowan module, other microcontrollers like transistor else to make it smaller and compact way, and that 3D printed box would be fitted on an N95 mask. So again it would be a smaller one, and it is an user friendly like if you wear a mask and there would be a switch thing, you need to just switch it on and it would automatically gets connected to your phone.
And
You
what
need to
about the
switch on
charging
to the,
time and all?
yes
So
sir.
that means I do have to charge it as well,
Yeah, I'll be
right?
using a LiPo battery.
Okay, cool. That sounds good. Perfect. All the best. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, team. Project IoT Mask. It was awesome project. Now here we have project Hashtag Travel. Let's welcome them. All the
Am I audible? Okay.
Yes, you are audible and you.
Yeah. Okay. So hi, I am Mohit, and my project name is HackNITR Travel, which, like in the background, means ones can travel. So let's first of all, I would like to tell you about the problem that I am solving. So nowadays, like if you have to carry your travel documents, it is very hectic because there are four kind of documents you have to carry. That is driving license, RC, and pollution certificate, and the insurance. And carrying this is like a lot of cumbersome. You have to like take it in the physical form, though it is allowed in the like digital form also, but carrying it as an a photo, and like there are a lot of photos in our like in our storage, and like doing all the stuff and sharing at the time sometimes becomes hectic. And there is a law, and if you are carrying as a physical, if you are carrying the documents physically, then it creates a problems, like it might get stolen away, and there is a huge problem in this space. Also for like the traffic policemen, like verifying these documents in the digital format specifically is very tough. So the solution for this I have proposed is HackNITR Travel, which is a blockchain-based solution, and it's totally verified, secure, and I have implemented a lot of. It's a kind of semi-decentralized model. So basically, the what in my platform the user has to do is like he has to upload his documents one by one, and just like in this way, there is a portal that I have built where the user has to come and he has to upload the documents, the driving license, vehicle registration, and all those stuff. He doesn't have to enter any data manually. All that there is an OCR working, which is like built using the AWS OCR services. So the OCR fetches all the details of the documents and it sends it to the server where it goes for the verification. Also, there is a second layer of verification that is happening on the contract, where we are checking like whether the documents are correct or not. All the validity and all the stuff is fetched, and a timer is set, like when those documents will fail. And once you have uploaded all your documents, you will get the QR code, and once you are scanning that QR code, this is the page you will get to know like where all your details and all the data would be there. The best part is like the IPFS is being used to store the data, and it's not, I'm not using IPFS normally. I am encrypting, I have made an encryption layer before that. So means like without using this platform or any other platform, you cannot access the user's document directly. Only our on platform you can access the data from the IPFS that the user has uploaded. So like you might ask, why HASC? So as I said, it's a one scan information. It's very fast. It's based on Ethereum and IPFS blockchain. All the data is stored. I have used HarperDB, which gives like a high scalability for this plan, and there are multiple edge locations that are there in HarperDB. So because of that, you easily get access to the documents. There is reminder for document expiration, and there is secure blockchain storage. Your data is totally safe, though it is on Ethereum blockchain, but the layer I have built in the encryption format
sorry to interrupt,
saves
but
that. So it's an overall technical architecture, just uploading and documents and transacting on the documents. So you upload it to the database, you authenticate. If it
Your
fails, it
time's
sends a
up. Please wrap up.
yeah, yeah. So this is an overview of that. And the tech stack, I would say this is IPFS, Node.js, Matic Plasma sidechain for high TPS on the Ethereum network. So thank you.
Hello, hi. So wonderful project.
Yeah.
I just have one question. I will keep it really short.
Yeah.
So the question is that we have got platforms from the government that have their own digital versions for driving license, be it passport, be it government approved, the 10th pass grade or the 12th pass grade.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
how is this different from the DigiLocker system that the government is providing, and what additional features are you providing? And how would you convince
Uh,
authorities and the government to prefer this over the existing platform?
Yeah. So in DigiLocker, the thing is like you can't fetch the pollution certificates because it expires like very frequently, and same goes for the insurance certificate also. Though driving license is there and RC is there, but it's for like the verification purpose. For everyday use, you can go to the DigiLocker and you can fetch all the details, but it's still a third party service and there are chances of data leak. I have uploaded once on the DigiLocker and I don't know where my documents has gone, like my personal documents that I like scanned and did. But here in my platform, you are not fetching from a government database or anything. There is a authentication system that is built on Ethereum and on the server side, and you have to upload and scan your documents. We verify, we fetch all the information, we set all the timers for you, and we provide a security so that nobody can access directly the data you have. And for the traffic policeman holders also, like they just have to scan the QR code. All the details just showed. Instead of that, in DigiLocker, you have to go log in and do all the stuff.
Wonderful, wonderful. Good luck with the project.
Okay, I want to ask that how about if I can snap all my documents and put all the entire images or the make a PDF and upload it on the Google Cloud. So how isn't it much convenient for me to go with that?
But you can do that, but for the traffic policeman and other it would be like very tough to verify, like whether
How?
that are correct or not, because like you have scanned and you have just uploaded it. But here, like foolproof like authentication will happen, yeah, with your face and whether you have uploaded it correctly or
Suppose
not.
I am having my
And
driving license. Suppose I'm having my driving license. My photo is engraved in there. All my documents, my name is absolutely same over here, right? I'm having my RC and all that. I just take a
yeah,
snapshot of that and I put. So won't it? This snapshot will going to be stand as a verification for myself.
uh, so basically you will in my platform you will scan and upload. That's the one part. The another part is like you have to verify with the original documents, like yeah, this is you have uploaded correctly with the original in your hand with the picture. And once it is verified and we do in the background authentication also, like I cannot access the details of the government and all those stuff, but if it is like connected to them, we can have the total secure total verification kind of thing. Yeah, this document is totally correct, which is not there on Google Cloud. You can upload anything.
Okay, perfect, perfect. Thank you so much. All the best. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, it was a great project by Hasty Travel. So you can use it whenever you're traveling. You will need that. So yeah, that was great. And here we are coming up to Google Assist by Faizan Alam. Over to you, Baby Volume. Okay.
Motor neuron disease is an uncommon condition that affects brain and nerves. It has no cure, so we have created a solution for this problem. Our project assists to solve the problem of the people by assisting them with Smart Goggle Assist. By using a platform with flexible APIs for any challenge and built-in intelligence called Relio.
Goggle Assist works on the IR sensor principle using the voluntary blinking of eyes, which helps the patient to communicate with others in case of an emergency or for other purposes to make the person feel more lively. On the software side, we have used Python libraries such as Tkinter.
Okay, so this is the our project. This you can see over here. This is the hardware part of our project. So this is the it consists of two sensors. The first sensor is IR. This is the two IR sensors. First IR sensor for the navigations of this software. Like we can people patient can blink their eyes and move this button, and another IR sensor for the selecting or performing action to the button. So as you can see over here, like here I'm using by hand to performing this action, but in the like patient can do this by
blinking their eyes. So as you can see over here, like here you can see like we able to navigate to the today I am happy, like, and now this is
I'm happy today.
now I can say that
I'm happy today.
that's how like the patient can able to express their emotions, and they can even call you, even they call this, like people can call and all these things do. So that is all about our project.
Hello, hi. So, wonderful work to the project. There is a feedback from someone, but yeah, that's fine. So, I just have one small question. So, whom do you think are your primary audience for this product? So, will it be hospitals which have got patients who are in serious conditions, or will it be people who are at home? Like, whom are you targeting with this product of yours?
People who are suffering from motor neuron disease, like people who cannot move their limbs and move their body's part, so they can just communicate by moving their eyes, blinking, voluntary blinking their eyes, and they navigate this software.
As this
And
disease has
perform selection.
no cure.
Yeah,
No
so we
cure, and
want to like make this thing cost effective for everyone, even the patients who are in the hospitalized condition, or the people from the rural areas who are not getting any cure or any like aid for themselves. We want to like make an assist for them.
Okay, so there's one more question that I want to ask. That what exactly is the core vision of about this project? Like, whom are you targeting? You are targeting to the patient who have the motor neutral disease, right? So even though eyes also uses the neurons as well to interact with the brain, right? So don't you think that it will also going to affect? So how exactly you are tackling this up?
Like, can you repeat the question? Actually, I'm not getting it.
Sure. Your major audience is the patient who are dealing with the motor neuron issue, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Even though the eyes also works with the same way, if you have a motor neuron disease, eyes can also have some neuron disease and as well. So in that part, you cannot move your eyes, and it can happen, right? So how exactly then your product will going to help us in that manner?
Like in that manner, we can use called like EOG kind of thing. Like we can detect the neurons using that sensor. So in that, like if the patient even not move their eyes, in that case, then in that case we are using like EOG. Like we get electromyography kind of thing. We can use that
Okay,
kind of
okay.
thing.
Got it. Thank you so much. All the best. Thank you.
All the best. Wonderful
Thank you,
work.
sir.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, it was great concept, guys. Amazing work. And here we have next project, Project Goal Tracker.
Before we move on to the next project, I would just like to tell everyone that we are almost at the end, and these are the final three projects remaining. So yeah, stay tuned. After this, we are having a Rahi event. I know all of you have been stressed a lot with all of this going, and Rahi is specific here for that itself, which is why we have scheduled the event at the end of all the. And after that, we are going to go for our prize distribution ceremony. So yes, stress day, yeah, for sure, but with a real cool ending at the end. Cool. Stay tuned.
Stay tuned. Now, welcome for Project Goal Tracker. Let's bring on yours. All the best.
Yeah.
You are live,
Is my screen
Project
visible?
Call Tracker. You can go ahead.
Yeah.
Yes, it is visible.
Yeah. I'm sharing a 3-minute video which contains explanation about my project.
And fellow participants, my project name is Cold Tracker, the best platform to track cold smuggling. In recent days, there are various chances of
coal smuggling, because coal crisis is going on in various countries like China, India, and Russia. So there are various challenges in supply chain of the coal. So our platform, Coal Tracker, has to easy import export, fast verification, catching smugglers, no unverified coal in the economy. The advantages are the decreased smuggling during the global crisis, catching smugglers and banning the license of the companies, no legal tender to the unverified coal, and complete coal process tracking. This is the about us section, and this section is to verify whether the coal is legit or not by any exporter, importer, or any distributor. And this is the context section. This is the landing page. So now we move on to the export section of this particular coal tracker. So we enter the details like production ID, quantity, source country, destination country, exporting license, and bill amount. Now we will generate the QR code of this particular details. This QR code is AES encrypted with the above details. This QR code will be printed on each and every production lot and verified at the importer side. This will also be uploaded to the IPFS storage, which is decentralized storage. So no one can crack this. Now we will try to export the particular code. So MetaMask transaction is set up. The contract is deployed onto the Matic Polygon testnet. So I confirm the transaction. And also we have to take a pic of this QR code for the verification because we can't print now. So now if I try to just check whether the coal is properly imported or not, so it will give whether it is unverified coal because it is just exported and not imported. And everything is recorded on blockchain network. So think before performing any fraud or something. As you can see, it says that this is unverified imported coal. You can't trade this because it is not imported. Now we move on to the import section. I will add the production ID, then scan via camera. The QR code is scanned. Now it will get compared with the QR code with the IPFS storage. So this is the first step of verification. As you can see, the QR code verification is completed successfully. Now the importer will add the quantity which he has received to again cross check whether the exporter is sent right quality or not. The source country. As you can see, the details have been perfectly verified. You can approve the, and I approve the import. MetaMask transaction is set up. I confirm it with the. This is the Polygon contract which I have deployed. This is the contract. These are all the events which are triggered. And these are all the transactions. If I refresh the page, these are the transactions which took 38 seconds ago. This was the import and this was the export transaction. As you can see, with the import good successfully approved for market sale. Now import is good. Now again we check whether the this imported coal is legit or not. This is verified import coal. You are free to trade. So this is the complete core of my project, Coal Tracker. Thank you for listening to me.
Hello.
Yeah, hello.
Hi. Wonderful project. I'll keep it short. So I just have one question, which is coal supply chain management is something which is done by large corporations and the government and state governments at the industry level scale. So how do you convince folks in management of these organizations to actually implement your product?
Yeah, so first of all, there are lots and lots of smuggling cases are going for coal. Like recently in West Bengal, you can just search on Google that West Bengal there was a coal smuggling case. So we need a proper solution which will just simplify these processes along with tracking. So verification will also take place, and along with that, we are using a decentralized storage, which is IPFS storage. So no one can hack that storage. Like it's decentralized. Every part of that image is stored in different computers. So it's very difficult to hack. And along with that, I'm using Polygon, which is Matic testnet. So the transaction rate is very faster. So blockchain provides a clear solution for this supply chain. That's the take. And if I want to tell them, then I will just pitch this idea because it's very profitable, because it's rather to verify things rather than get your coal smuggled to some other country, which is always a loss to our nation. So that's the point.
Good luck. Wonderful. Good.
Nothing from my end. Thank you so much. All the best.
Yeah, thank you.
It was really great idea. Nowadays we have many fraud cases, so this will definitely help us. This kind of projects have future. And thank you, Project Coal Tracker. And now here we have Project Stream Connect. Over to you. The stage on your organization.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening. Is my screen visible?
Yep, please go ahead.
Okay.
Yes, it is visible and you are live.
So, as we all know, the internet has become a unwelcoming place for specially able and visually impaired people, especially during this pandemic condition. The virtual meet is a must. The visually impaired person find it very difficult to communicate with other person virtually, because understanding the emotion is must for a good conversation. Stream Connect solves that issue. During in Stream Current, we can start a video chat and connect the specially able people, all the visual impaired person with other person, and during the video call, the emotion will be detected. And according to the different emotions, tones will be played, and that tone can be also be muted for the other person, and that tone can also be muted, so there is no issue for the other person, for the other person. And regarding another thing is that it's there is also a chat section where the other person can start a chat, and this chat will be converted to speech for helping the visually impaired people to communicate with the other person. Shruti, continue.
Yeah, and for future aspects, we have we have planned that we can add a voice recognition like an assistant to guide through the software, and we can use uh, and to make the website like cross platform able to be supported by every device and to be responsive on every device. And we can add more features for like different, like for deaf people we can add sign recognition, signal recognition, and yeah, like that.
Actually, the issue is that with that in this time constant, we couldn't provide cross
Yeah,
platform support,
yeah,
because
to be
to be precise, the Chrome only supports the WebRTC properly, that we use in this project, and some browser do not support this properly. So we have to take it as a desktop only project, and we are thinking of expanding it in cross platform support also. We are open for questions.
Sahil, over to you.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you. So I want to ask that you have mentioned about the text to speech feature, right? So if they're visually impaired, how they are going to text it so that the other person can hear that? That's the first question. If you're telling me that the person who will be texting it is not a visually impaired people and they're talking to the other end people, then why they need to have the text to speech feature? Why they can't simply go and talk and that's how they're going to work out? Tell me.
Yes, the thing is that if there is some issue with the other person's video or some issue going with the voice, then you can start a chat, and this chat will be converted into to the speech to a speech, and the visual impaired person can also hear that. And other thing is that due to some time constraint, we couldn't implement the voice assistant part. So we're planning to build some voice assistant so that the visual impaired person can talk, and it will be converted to a chat, then it will be shown. That will be also implemented in the future aspect.
Okay, that's good. Over to you, Abel. That's all from my end. Thank you. All the best.
Nothing from my side. Good work. So all the best.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, that was also an awesome project. The graphics were also really great. And as we all know, we have top teams, we have selected, everything is going very smoothly now. And we have more some things coming up.
Yes. Okay. Our last two teams people will be up with this pretty soon. We have Farm Easy coming up in a moment. Yes.
All the
People, you are live, so you can go ahead and.
from the pharmacy had joined the StreamYard, you can read this video.
Is my screen visible?
Yes.
Yes, it is visible and you are live.
You can make it full screen. Okay. Yeah.
Manu, you can start.
So, good evening, judges. Our team name is HackNITR Hackers, and our project name is Pharmacy. Next slide.
Hey, hello. Is everyone
Next slide.
here from pharmacy, or
Yes, sir.
proper people are also here?
We are from Pharmacy.
I don't think so. Everyone is here from
Yes, sir. So, good evening, judges.
Yes.
Our team name is Pharmacy. Our team name is NRI Hackers, and our project name is Pharmacy. Next slide, Gaurav. So, let me give you a brief introduction about our team. Our team members are Ritesh Kumar, Manu Singh, Gaurav Kiani, and Pawan Rawat. We are currently second year undergrads at NIT Bhopal. So, without wasting much time, let us discuss about pharmacy. So, why pharmacy? Okay, why our hack? So, as we know, agriculture is the main source of economy in most of the rural parts of India. And at today's time, farmers are not properly supported or understood enough by the government. Farmers need to find ways to get informed about farming activities. The need of the hour is to help farmers with better insights of agriculture related activities. Understanding current condition of crops, weather market rates, and future prospects. So, next slide. So, what we have to offer at Pharmacy? So, what we do, we at Pharmacy have come up with a simple, easy to use web app that has the answers to farmers' questions. It's a weather advisory web app that takes weekly weather inputs into account and helps farmers make better decisions. Farm is a farmer friendly application that provides weather predictions for the next 24 hours as well as a 7-day forecast. Our web app provides with weather related data like rain prediction for farmers according to the need of the field. Farmer can get necessary information with the help of this application. This app helps farmers in managing their team in a more efficient way with the use of weekly weather history and empowers them to be more profitable in their work. Next slide. So we at Pharmacy provides them with the information such as weather prediction, wind speed, crop recommendation, humidity levels, sunrise and sunset times. Pharmacy will help users to plan and manage farming activities by providing information about expected rain, humidity levels, etc. It also helps them to choose and grow vital crops for a profitable yield. So from here, over to Gaurav now. Gaurav's mic is muted.
Okay. So the major app that we have developed, in that you have to enter your city, you'll get results based on weather predictions and crop recommendations. You'll get insights on humidity level, wind speed, and more. So that this is the interface of our app. You will enter your city and will press the button submit. Then you will get the recommendations of crops and a full 7-day weather forecast. In that, you will get the advices that we have gone through from researches. The future scope of Farm Our future scope, our goal. Enable farmers to maximize profits by making data driven decisions through an easy to use app with most up to date information on weather patterns. Our project can be enhanced to give an analysis of the current market rates, future of the produce, and how they will be applicable in the years to come so that farmers can increase their profit margins. Breaking language barrier. To manifest the simple design to allow those who do not speak English fluently to be able to understand the information provided. By leveraging text to speech technology, FarmEasy can read the information to a farmer, eliminating the language barrier. The end result is a happy and healthy farmer, which means a happy and healthy crop. Some more features: crop rate comparison by categories and location, crop schedules by date of harvest, historical radar analysis for more than a decade, weather warnings, and hour by hour weather forecast. So, this was all that we have planned, and thank you. We are open for questions.
Hello, hi. Wonderful project. So I just have one small question. I really like the fact that you said that you understand that the farmers may not necessarily be well versed with how modern apps work, and you're planning to do text to speech and to remove language barriers. So my question is, how do you tackle scenarios wherein we have got farmers and people who do not have really good internet connectivity? So how do you tackle those customers? Because at the end of the day, those are the kind of people who need to be empowered with.
So we are thinking of developing a technology like we know that many people like nowadays we at least have a keypad phone. So we are thinking that we can get something like an app that sends SMS to farmers about the full information that we have fetched on our web app.
Okay, okay, sounds good, sounds good.
So I want to ask that every all the information is available on Google itself. If I want to check the weather, humidity, and all that such thing, everything is available on Google, and it will going to give me. How exactly your app is different from that? How exactly
So,
is it different?
sir, everything is available on Google, but we have to search more. Now, you know that the farmers are not well versed with, well studied, and they need something that they can find on one such platform that we can combine information, everything that we have fetched, so that they can get like we have shopping apps. Okay, in shopping apps we know everything. We can compare the prices, but farmers don't have these kind of facilities. We are thinking that we can integrate our app in that, in which the farmers can compare the prices of crops available in the nearby markets so that he can reach at the best markets to maximize his profits.
Okay. Okay. Cool. Thank you so much. All the best. Thank you.
Thank you, sir,
Thank
for
you.
giving us this opportunity.
Thank you, Project Pharmacy. It was really great.
Yes, thank you for that awesome presentation, and the project was awesome as well. So, since project Cowardly, I guess, had a network issue, so we'll give them another chance to present right
I
now.
explain about this project we had earlier. It was like 60% of in our country, as we know, there is primary sector and agriculture sector, and these kind of apps are much needed in today's in our country situation. That was a great concept. And yeah, next thing we have
Okay, the next project is Project Cropway. So the stage is all yours. You can come and present.
all the best.
Hi everyone, this is Team TechWay here to present our solution Cropway. I hope many of us are familiar with the fact that our farmers are bearing hardships since past many months due to the fact that they are disappointed by the farm bills. One thing I noticed is that we cannot obviously change the government laws, but we plan to ensure that the farmer get minimum support price for their crops. What we can do is we can break all the geographical barriers online, and we can introduce privatization in agricultural industry in a guided format. So the Cropway website is for farmers, corporates, wholesalers and retailers. Here you see, on login as a farmer, the Cropway website introduces smart services such as disease prediction in crops, wherein the user has to enter an image of a deceased crop, and our website will tell him whether the crop is deceased or not, along with some basic information. So this can help farmers to actually test their crop if it is going right or in a wrong direction, and before getting the whole crop destroyed, he can actually protect his crop. Another facility which we provide is basically fertilizer prediction and crop recommendation system. Also, the farmer on Cropway can sell his crops online by just adding a few details of his crops, and any wholesaler or retailer can directly buy from the farmers. We support farmers by getting them hired. So the corporates from the Cropway can actually post different whatever crops they want the farmers to grow, and they can hire the farmers on contract basis. Again, the important thing is that we don't allow any corporate to hire farmers on contract basis below MSP. This is very important to protect the interest of the farmers. Another thing we want to say about is that wholesalers can directly buy from the farmers and sell their crops to the retailers. So we don't have any in between middlemen to support the agricultural supply chain. Another important aspect is that the retailers can choose to buy directly from the farmers or from the wholesalers depending upon what's cheaper to them. So we have, in short, reduced the middlemen involved, creating the price to drop for the crops, and we have empowered farmers.
Uh, So that's our project, and we think this project will help farmers leverage their lives. And thank you for giving us an opportunity to present our project.
So I do have some couple of questions. That first of all, does this mean that the farmer should have a system or kind of a new latest phone with them to operate this website? This is the first question. Second being is that all the information about the crops that you have just demonstrated that we have to snap a picture and all the information will be provided, right? Is that information provided only in the English language, or are you planning to go with the regional language as well? Yeah, please.
So coming to the language part, our website is multilingual. It supports almost all the languages, and
Okay.
the rest. And
Yeah,
coming to the
I'll
first
take up.
part,
Kushal,
okay.
I'll take up this question. Basically, today is the time when digitalization is happening, and we have to go ahead. We cannot stop back in the traditional ways. So till now, I believe some farmers may be away from the technology. They do not have a smartphone, but smartphone or having a laptop is necessary for this cannot happen without it. So but anyway, we have to start it from somewhere to reach somewhere. If we don't start today, we cannot reach anywhere. So we'll in for future we'll need this technology with farmers, and basically we want to
Okay.
work on this only.
Okay, that sounds good. All the best from my end. That's all from my end. Over to you, Abel.
Wonderful project. I'm just proud of the fact that you're trying to empower the farmers in the nation. So yeah, kudos on that, and yeah, all the best.
Any feedback, guys?
From my
All I
end,
would
it's
say
good.
is to try to
Yeah.
include. All I would say is try to include local languages because that actually matters a lot.
Actually, local languages implemented, we had very less time. That's why we can't show
Yeah.
the many functionalities.
Yeah, that's totally understandable. Totally understandable. Good work.
Yes,
Thank
thank
you.
you.
Thank you, Project CropTech. This was also a very awesome idea. By knowing crops to where they are going, the diseases, the pests, was really great. And now here we have done all the things, and here we come to the conclusion.
Yes,
It was
so
really, yeah, right. Continue.
yes, so we have come to the end of this. Sorry. So we have come to the end of today's ceremony. I would like to thank the judges for taking all the time and judging. So,
Thank you.
heartfelt thank you to Abel Matthew and Sahil Rahman. And on that note, I would also like to thank all the participants for the amazing hack that you have done in this past 36 hours. Congratulations to all the top 22 teams who could present such an awesome project. And thank you the audience for staying up and missing out the match probably, although it hasn't started. But thank you everyone. We also have the closing ceremony after 1 hour, so stay tuned for the prize distribution
Yeah.
event.
Prizes, we have sponsored tracks will be judged by sponsor and reading letter. Yeah, stay tuned for closing ceremony. And yeah, about the today's session, it was really great. I got to learn so many things There were so many innovative ideas, so many innovative projects, and so there were many out of the box solutions. And yeah, thank you. The questions which you asked were really great.
Yes, the ideas were indeed great. And we also have a mini event starting at 7:30, 1 minute to go. So please tune in to the event.
Thank you so much for joining me, everyone.
Yes, on a ending note, we hope you all enjoyed participating as much as we all enjoyed hosting you. So thank you guys. Bye bye.
Bye. Take care.